Okay, so we're back. I apologise for that. I don't know what happened, but I lost connection for some reason. So we'll just see what happens now. I'm just trying to fix everything up. So I will actually, just bear with me, my arm will be in the way. Okay, I'm just trying to fix everything. Whoops, everything up. I don't know what happened. It was telling me that it had finished, so who knows. But I will link both these videos together in the comments below. I don't know how to edit. I'm not interested in editing. So, yeah, we'll just link them together. Okay, so what we're going to do is re-stamp our sentiment and see how we go. So fingers crossed that this works. I've done it wrong again. Boy, I'm not having a good time. Okay. This time it's going to work. No, I'm going to the right too much. So let's try again. This will be the last time. That'll do. We're not doing it again. Okay. Then what I did, I also die cut another same shape from the same DSP. And what we're going to do is actually stick this. Actually, what we'll do first, chop this in half, eh? So you don't need that top bit. We're going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom of our sentiment shape. And we're just going to stick that so that just a little bit of the DSP shows along the bottom. And I just do it so just above the stitching. I've got ink over that too. Just like that. So just a little bit of the DSP is showing. Then we're going to stick this to our card. Okay. Just like that, and hoping, I've always got to turn my cards upside down and then just press that down, just like that. And to finish it off, we're going to grab our pearls. Now what do I do with them? I've thrown them in the Kingdom Come. Here they are. And we're going to use the Calypso Coral, eh? So we'll put one, I think we'll put one right here, one there, and we'll put one about there, I think. And then once I'm happy, I will then press down on them. Okay, so that's card number 1 done. And I'm all crooked and skew-whiff again, sorry. Is that a little bit better? Maybe I've made it worse. That's better, isn't it? So we'll just do that. Okay, so that's card number 1 after all that trouble. Then we're going to do card number 2. And I think we'll do this one. Now, if you know me, I love chopping my DSP in 2 pieces, and that's exactly what I've done on this card too. So with this paper, you don't, oh God, I've got another shape. You don't have to do a lot with it. I mean, put a lot on it, because the paper, you want the paper to be the star of the show. We don't want to overshadow this gorgeous paper with lots and lots of stuff on it. I'm not having a good day, am I? I'm dropping everything and knocking everything. So we're just going to fold this in half. And I think I've actually scored it or burnished it in the wrong spot. So where is our bone folder? So maybe we'll be able to get away with it. Let's blame the cold, eh? We'll cover that up. Okay, so that's done. Then we're going to grab our paper and we're just going to randomly chop it. Make sure your long side is along the top, and I'm just going to randomly chop this paper. Whoops. Just like that. Now, I always say to people, when you're doing this, to keep the patterns pretty straight and in order. But in this case, it's pretty, pretty easy to do. So I've got, I don't know why I've got 3 pieces, probably one for emergency. But we're going to take the smaller piece. And what we're going to do is just, I'm not going to take the smaller piece. I'm going to take this piece. Just lay it on like that with a small amount of white showing between each piece. Now, if your DSP was too wide for your panel, doesn't have to be basic white, chop from the side of this piece or chop from the side of the outer pieces, not your inner pieces. If you chop from your inner pieces, you're actually going to lose your pattern, and we don't want that. Okay, so we're just gonna, now I've only got a very, very narrow border showing. If you wanted a wider border, you could chop your paper smaller in widthwise, and you could do this, your layer wider, okay? Just like that. And hopefully this will fit on. Yep. Just like that. So this again is a quick and easy card, and we're letting the paper be the star of the show. There you go. Look at that. I've fluked that actually. And we're just going to put adhesive on the back. You could pop this up if you wanted to, but we're just going to leave it. I'm just going to see if I can cover that up. No. We're just going to leave it as is. I mean, we're going to leave it flat, okay? Making sure you get on straight, of course. Gosh, I really am not having a good day. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our sentiment. And I've thrown the stamps that the kingdom come to. And we're going to have thanks, okay? again, we're stamping this in Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to use this one again. I could have used a smaller block, but I like the bigger ones. I tend to be able to see it better. So now, fingers and toes and everything else crossed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp, because this panel is a little bit too long for me, I'm going to show you a little trick. So we're going to stamp our sentiment towards the right. Well, we want the right this time, not... Okay, and that's a little bit too low, but that's going to have to do. Then we're going to bring in our shape, and we've used this one here, that one, and I've die cut that out, but as mentioned, it's a little bit too long for me. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to chop it off. I'm going to put the die across there like that, and I'm going to run it through the the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. So just bear with me and we'll get that done. Now, I can't, I don't like to cut on my table because they are wibbly wobbly. They're not very stable, and I don't want to rock the camera, so to speak. Okay. So what will happen is it will be cut into 3 pieces. Because we've laid it crossways, you will get 3 different pieces, okay? You either keep them or toss them in the bin. And what will happen then is you get that nice stitching across there. You could have also used one of the squares if you wanted to, but I just used the same one, okay? And that will give you that finished look as well. Just a little tip, you're probably aware of it, but I thought I'd share it anyhow. And we're going to put this on the front of our card. That looks straight. As I said, I usually do them upside down, but that looks a little bit straight. And then to finish it off, we're going to grab our pearls again. And we're just going to use these ones. I think they're fresh fuchsia. No, petunia pop, I think they are. And we'll put that there. And that's card number 2 finished. Okay, so that's the original, and then that's the one we've just done. Okie dokie. So that's card number 2. I have got scraps left over, but I will put them on the envelope and on the inside of our card. Okay, so that's card number 2. Then we're going to do card number 3. Now, what did I do with card number 3? Here it is. So this is card number 3. Now I have, I don't know, the envelope, so we can put that aside. I'm going to score our base card, and we're going to score it in the correct place this time. So we'll just fold that over to the ends. I always fold it over to the end, and then I will come back and just run my thumb along it. Then grab our bone folder, and then I will burnish it with the bone folder. And I usually do it both sides. That way you'll get a nice sharp crease. Okay, so we've got a couple of pieces of, that's for the inside, so we can put that aside. We've got a couple of pieces of different DSP and bits and pieces. So we're going to use the designer, what was that called again? Designer Designs. Thoughtful Designs. So we're going to stick that down there like that. That's our first thing, our first step. Now I'm going to give you a little tip too. So I'm again leaving a small amount of basic white showing along the top and down the sides, just like that. Then we've got a piece of basic white and a piece of the lovely DSP, and this is going to go on here like that, but I'm going to actually see if it fits first. Now if you wanted to, you could have easily scored this again and then made it into a book fold, but in this instance I'm not. It will look like it's a book fold, but it's actually not. I just want to make sure these fit. And I think I've cut that too short too. I'm really not having a good time, am I? So what we're going to do, I don't think it'll matter anyhow. No. We'll just fix it up a little bit. We're just going to stick this to our piece of basic white. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to put this on the front of our card, this little panel. Down the side, you could put it on the left, right hand side if you choose to do that, on this side if you wanted to. And then we're going to put the bigger panel on the right hand side. And if you put your smaller panel on your right hand side, then put this on your left hand side. Okie dokie. Just like that. Now believe it or not, these two pieces are the same piece. I think, yes. They're just different sections of the DSP. Okay? Then we're going to stamp our Thinking of You Fondly. I'm liking the sentiments in this set actually. Thinking of You Fondly. Now, the big question is, are we going to get this straight? Because I haven't had much success with the other two. So let's see how we go with this. And again, I'm stamping this in Mossy Meadow. So I've actually used Mossy Meadow all the way through, except for the first card where we teamed it up with Calypso Coral. There, see, that's straight. Now why can't we get it straight on our shape? Oops. not going to stamp now. Oh, look at that, one right. Okay, now I thought I had some twine, but I don't, so let's grab some, eh? We're just going to grab our baker's twine, and what we're going to do is do a big bow. Okay, just a single one, that's all we want, but a nice big one, hey, a big nice loopy one. We're going to stick this to the back of our sentiment shape, sentiment, with a mini glue dot. I'm going to do it around the other way, actually. I like it the other way. That's just me. Yeah. So that's stuck down just like that. Put that up there. That there like that. Oops. God, I'm really making a mess of this. I think I might have to go back to bed and start again. And then we're going to add a couple of dimensionals, eh? And we might add just one there, I think, just for good measure. And of course I don't have any left. Just there. And we're just going to pop this smack bang about there, eh? I'm not going to stick it down yet. I'm just leaving it sit there until I know it's nice and straight, and then I will press. Okay, so that's done. Then we will finish it off with a couple of the pearls. And because there's the blue showing in this one, I'm thinking we might use our Misty Moonlight, eh? And that way we've used all three colours. One down there. And we'll put one right, oh, it's in the, put one there. And that is our third card. Okie dokie. So that's number 3, number 2, and number 1. So I hope you've enjoyed them with all the kerfuffles and the boo-boos. So, and don't forget, I'll have the link below for the first bit of the video for you, and all the links will be below for my online shop, as well as to my blog. And to receive the kits, all you have to do is spend $50 in my online store to receive the kits. You'll have the 3 and you'll get 2 of each design, and they will be cut correctly, not the way I've cut them today. And if you spend $70, you'll get the pack of embellishments. Okie dokie. Thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. See ya. Hooray.